Sergio Perez, he is the question though, isn't he? Sergio Perez is the question. What do Red Bull do about Sergio Perez? Because they've got the car to allow them to compete on a P2 in every race. Perez so far has shown that he can make small mistakes, but they have big consequences.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on the podium in the Spanish Grand Prix. He wasn't even on the podium. And in a car that allows a driver to be 24 seconds ahead of the pack, that is a little disastrous.
Yeah, we're seeing little mistakes happen now, aren't we? And I think partly, do you think it's the pressure getting to him maybe?
Yeah,
I
do.
Obviously, he got close to putting real pressure on Max for the lead of the championship.
Yeah, but why was that? Saudi Arabia, Max had issues with the car.
Yeah. But he never, whatever the problem was, he was still quite close to him in the championship. He was closing the gap, and suddenly he's like, oh, could I do this? And it's a real shift in his mindset, probably, because obviously he is employed to be the second
support
driver.
Yeah.
A bit like Valtteri to Lewis. So he is there basically to come second. And then suddenly he thinks, oh, maybe I can fight for my own championship. There was all the tension.
The supposed tension.
The bought-in tension, thank you.
Alleged.
And now there's a lot of pressure on him, and I think he's buckling a little bit. And also, he's a very good driver.
He is.
But
he's one of the best.
Max has shown that when he has to start from the back, he can still put his head down, pick them off one by one, and he'll get on a podium still.
Yeah, within 20 laps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing though. Max is like, he's a Superman, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's not human. He's a computer. He reminds me so much of Niki Lauda, actually. He's so focused on race.
Not a human, what are you talking about?
No, because Niki Lauda is very logical, wasn't it? He's very logical, and his life revolved around racing, and that's the thing. Like, we saw, I can't remember which race it was, but within 24 hours, Max had won the race, gone home, or wherever he was staying, and did a load of sim racing, and won all of them as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any other driver on the grid that's doing that right now.
No. He doesn't care about, this is very similar to Niki Lauda, I suppose. He doesn't care about the extra stuff.
The drama. The press.
Press. So obviously he has to do that, and that's part of his contract. He's got media obligations, but
sponsors.
He doesn't. He just wants to race.
Yeah. So no, I going back to Sergio Perez, I do think they're not going to do anything.
No.
Sergio Perez is the best driver they have right now, and there's no one else to replace him as well. There's no better driver on the grid to replace him.
No.
I mean, there's Leclerc and arguably Hamilton, but they're never going to bring in another dominant driver.
No, because, I mean, loads of people are saying, oh, Lando Norris should move, or, Yuki Tsunoda in the future. I mean, he's with AlphaTauri, so his progression will be eventually, unless he moves, to go to Red Bull. But they don't want someone who's going to necessarily try and challenge Max, because that's when issues happen.
You don't want another Ricciardo.
No, where they just start being super aggressive on track to each other, and they crash, and then they're both DNFing everywhere else.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it, and not what the team wants.
The Driven Mad podcast by Alex Harrington and Lydia Mee, in partnership with Sports Illustrated. Every Tuesday on SI.com, YouTube, and your favourite podcast provider.